Hello, I'm Andrew Thomas Price. Welcome to my channel. Now today I'm here to talk about a knife, but not just any old knife. It's this one made by Primitive Woodsman of North Carolina in the US of A. Now I met these guys back at Blade Show in, I think it was June, and we got chatting, and one knife in particular caught my attention, and it was this one, which is their Bushcraft Light model. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. Now, they've had some bad luck since we spoke, and Hurricane Helene barreled through North Carolina, causing an insane amount of damage, and their workshop was badly hit by flooding and I believe a landslide. So they are currently trying to build everything back up again. They have a GoFundMe page, so they're looking for some support to rebuild and get the workshop up and running. But if you don't want to support them on that, you can just go on their website, have a look, see if there's anything you like on there, and I'm sure they'd appreciate your business. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at this knife. Now, Primitive Woodsman are a great company, and they package their knives in a really nice way. It's quite plain on the outside. You can see the box, just a plain white box. The inside is very cool. Look at that. It's all black with some fantastic skeleton of a lizard and some really nice features down here. And also we get a few stickers, and I'm a big sucker for stickers. I'll buy anything if someone gives me a sticker, seriously. There's the stickers, looking good. Okay, and we also get some wax. Now this is great. This is a carbon steel knife, and we all know that means that it will rust. So after you've used it, you need to dry it and put some of this on it, which will help to protect it against rust. So that's a really nice feature. Not many companies supply any protection for their blades, but that's a really nice feature, much appreciated. Moving on from the box, let's take a look at the knife. So this is the Bushcraft Light, which is a fantastic, quite delicate small knife. Very kind of fine handle on it. It does have a Scandi grind with a very, very fine micro bevel, which I really like. So it'll be interesting to see how that works in a minute. The steel itself is 80 CRV2, which is comparable with 01. And that means it will rust, so you need to clean it and oil it after you've used it, which is why it's great they've put that wax in there. Now the blade itself is acid etched, which gives it that lovely tactical black finish, and that continues across the spine. The spine itself, if you look just here, it has Primitive Woodsman laser etched into there, which is a nice feature. And it brings me to my only negative criticism, and that is the spine itself isn't 90 degrees, so that is going to need some file work if we're going to use that with a fire steel or for shaving bark or anything like that. Now the handle scales are canvas micarta, and it looks as though the rivets here are bronze, and the same with the lanyard hole, so they're pretty cool. Blade length is 3.625 inches with an overall length of 8.25 inches. So it's certainly not a big knife, but it's big enough it'll do just about everything we need it to do. And moving on to the sheath. Now I really like this. This is a very retro 80s sort of woodland pattern camouflage. It was like something about that really reminds me of a lot of the survival knives I used to have as a kid. Now the sheath itself is Kydex, and we'll see how well that holds the knife in a moment. But if we flip it over, we have this Tech-Lock clip on the back here. Now these are great. This can be put in multiple positions, so it can be carried horizontally or vertically, and it is a very secure fitting, so they can feel that once that's clipped in there, that's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to put the knife back into the sheath. That is a really secure fitting, and I can just shake that around. So this can be clipped onto the strap of a backpack, webbing, and it's not going anywhere. Very, very useful to keep that right where you need it. So this would be a great bushcraft knife, but also a really good knife for someone in the military or just for general fieldcraft. So a really well designed outdoor tool. Cut this nice straight piece of willow, so I'm just going to trim it down to size and we'll knock up a quick tent peg. So first things first, let's just work our way around here. Right, so I think I'll start off to make a point using this chest lever technique. Very powerful way of using a knife, and it is eating its way through there. Look at that. That's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to do the same at the other end. It's a very powerful knife technique. Removes a lot of material very, very quickly. Once I get to here, I can now change grip. I'm just going to remove the tip here and round this off. It's only a tent peg, it doesn't have to be perfect. And the next thing is to use the knee brace technique to remove the bark. So I just take the knife and I put the spine of the blade just at the crossguard, right underneath my kneecap, and pull it in really tight, and that holds it all very secure. And now I can just use this technique. So I'm pulling the wood towards the blade, and that allows me to remove quite a lot of material very, very easily. I can flip it around, go the other way. Okay, now I just need to make a notch. So a quick and easy way of making a notch. Just rock the blade a few times like that, which creates a stopper cut. And now I just make an angled cut, approximately 45 degrees, up to there. And there we have it, our finished tent peg. Right then, so we've made a tent peg. Next is to see if it works for a feather stick. So, oh, that's lost the first one. And this is looking good so far. So this works incredibly well with a Scandi grind with a very fine micro bevel. And as you can see, this is working beautifully. Not as well as Rob Evans's feather sticks, but you know, I can only aspire to such greatness. As you can see now, the geometry of this blade is absolutely perfect for making these types of cuts. And each cut then is at a slightly different angle, so they all terminate at slightly different points, and hopefully they won't all fall off. Now, as you can see, the spine isn't 90 degrees, and for that reason it will not work very well with a fire steel. However, if I just use this section close to the tip here, I should get away with it. So I'm just going to get the fire steel right into there. There we go. Oh, well, that worked. So this is the Bushman Light by Primitive Woodsman. So check out their website, give those guys some support, and I'll see you next time.